Let me tell you something that I know for a fact. Italian moms talk loud. Think about that.
48 minutes of dogs barking. 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 Growl. Growl. 48 minutes of dogs barking. 48 minutes of dogs barking.
So what do we got here? We got white oak from the great state of Illinois.
Yeah, because my trip to Illinois last weekend did not go as planned, and I didn't get to actually do anything more thoughtful for people than here's a beer.
Yeah, so it's 48 minutes dogs barking. I'm Jason. That's Brian. These beers here are from Chicago. Thank you so much for the
they're fucking delicious.
White oak, it says. And what kind of beer is that? I can't tell. Oh, there it is. It's all bell bearings nowadays is the name. And it is an American Haze Ale. And then it lists, I'm assuming the haze type, or the
hops.
It lists the hops types. Enigma, Laurel, Cryomosaic. Hops are starting to sound like weed strains these days. It's just ridiculous.
I'm off that.
I'm off that cryo-eugenic magic.
I'm off that Bhutanese.
Hindu Furburger Deluxe Whoopi Goldberg Kush.
I'm drinking that Hindustan Times hop water.
For a long time, the measure of any computer was, can it run Doom? Well, first story on our What's Hot Classic.
We've expanded the torture nexus to new and exciting realms.
That's right. New scientists bringing us this story. Alex Wilkins writing, human brain cells on a chip learn to play Doom in a week. Neuron-powered computer chips can now be easily programmed to play a first-person shooter game, bringing biological computers a step closer to useful applications. Now, previously, in 2021, an Australian company, Cortical Labs, used its neuron-powered computer chips to play Pong. The chips consisted of clumps of more than 800,000 living brain cells grown on top of microelectrode arrays that could both send and receive electrical signals. Researchers at that time had to carefully train the chips to control the paddles, but now Cortical Labs developed an interface that makes it easier to program these chips using the programming language Python. An independent developer, Sean Cole, then used Python to teach the chips to play Doom, which he did in around a week.
What the fuck?
Yeah. This quote from Brett Kagan of Cortical Labs, quote, unlike the Pong work we did a few years ago, which represented years of painstaking scientific effort, this demonstration has been done in a matter of days by someone who previously had little expertise working directly with biology. It's this accessibility and flexibility that makes it truly exciting. It says the neuronal computer chip, which used about a quarter as many neurons as the Pong demonstration, played Doom better than a randomly firing player, but far below the performance of the best human players. However, it learned much faster than traditional silicon-based machine learning systems and should be able to improve its performance with newer learning algorithms.
Yes, in just a couple months, we'll teach it how to be the cheapest Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 player. Just fucking dial combos out the fucking wazoo.
Zoning. It's all it's going to do, yeah. Jesus. It's going to do those fucking Street Fighter Alpha 3 ones where it's like taunt, combo, taunt, combo, taunt, combo. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've been there. Their first thought when they allowed a human brain to play a computer game was, let's send it to hell and give it a gun.
Yeah.
So, thank you.
Man-made horrors within my comprehension. Thank you. Thank you for making it within my realm of understanding.
Well, if that's not enough, what's next in the What's Hot Classic? Well, Vice.com brought us this. 20 camels disqualified from a beauty contest in a hump inflation scandal.
We're humpmaxing our camels.
We are.
When mogging goes wrong in the desert of Oman.
I'm camelmogging.
Humvicular was at a Omarian beauty contest when he was jester maxing and dude, it's all just...
He got frame-mogged by a camel,
Frame-mogged by a camel.
Yeah, there you go.
Just imagine beating the shit out of your camel's hump with a hammer.
Right. Just to get it. Yeah, so at the 2026 Camel Beauty Show Festival in Al Musana, Oman, officials disqualified 20 camels after veterinary inspections flagged cosmetic enhancements. Reports said the list included Botox, fillers, silicone reshaping, and hump inflation. Ashley Fike writing here for Vice, "We have reached a weird point on this planet, and I don't think I like it," and I am in agreement with her. Camel beauty contests in the Gulf, she continues, aren't a silly novelty event. They are a serious status arena with real money attached, plus bragging rights that travel fast in tight-knit breeding circles. Winning can raise an animal's value, and it can raise the owner's reputation right along with it, which is why, she says, people continue to try to game the system. The disqualifications also fit a long-running storyline. Saudi Arabia's King Abdulaziz Camel Festival has dealt with similar scandals, including camels barred for alleged enhancements to lips, noses, heads, and other body features.
And they're really not doing themselves any favors with that stereotype of people fucking camels in that part of the world. You know, like, I'm just saying, like,
right.
I don't think that's true, obviously, because it seems like a lot of work. Right. It just seems like there's if you want to fuck an animal, there's a lot easier ways to go.
Generally, yeah.
Generally speaking, but just like, why are you trying to make the camel hot?
Injectables cause inflammation and infections. Silicone can migrate and cause complications. Botox works by affecting muscle activity and has the consequences when the face you're altering is also responsible for eating, chewing, and drinking. The whole thing is animal cruelty, bottom line. But yes, 20 different camels rejected.
20 camels.
Yeah.
They're all going to the fuck factory. They're all being put on an oil tanker and sent north.
Yeah?
Yeah.
They're going through the Strait of Hormuz, huh?
The Strait of Hormuz, these sultry augmented camels shall be destroyed in a fireball of pain and anger. They shall be sent to hell, inshallah.
Inshallah. Well, speaking of people who deserve to be sent to hell, Tucker Carlson made the news this week. Made Newsweek, in fact. Tucker Carlson has new merchandise out, and sadly, it fucking slaps. A little bit from the official Shop Tucker Carlson website. Here's one of the hats that say, United States versus Lindsey Graham. I like that one. Neocons are gay for Israel. Neocons are gay for war. Nation building is gay. APAC, an offer you can't refuse, done in the Godfather font. PSYOP critic.
I'm just really glad that the Griff Shop guy's getting work.
Oh, exactly. Good for him.
Yeah, you know what, man? Like, you know, he's the guy to do it. You know, he married way above his station to a woman that allegedly just cheats on him without giving a shit. So, you know what, man? This is where I don't even know. I don't even have any verification that he's involved with it. I'm just going to assume that, like, the woman posting your L's guy was part of the consultation of this merch drop.
It feels right. The coffee mug I do want is that neocons are gay for Israel. Do like that one. It's kind of a repeat of some of the shirts, but then there's the I Heart Conspiracies mug. You've got the I don't endorse smoking that strongly. And of course, I Heart Nicotine as well. That is, of course, but a drop in the bucket. There is sorry, I thought you were a Fed. That's another one.
That's why I say that every woman I break up with.
Exactly. Yeah, sorry, honey. The Good Luck NY, which has the hammer and the sickle in place of the C.
Unironically slaps.
Yeah, and that's kind of been the reaction online, according to Newsweek. The merch has been surprisingly popular among liberals, according to Marnie Rose McFall, with one social media user labeling it dope while questioning what the moral repercussions of buying the merchandise from an ontological enemy may be in a post viewed over 40,000 times. Yeah.
What's going on, America? You tired? What's all the hype beasts? I hope you like what you see. There's going to be a lot more.
That's right. Well, this is all part and parcel, you know, of the falling out with Trump. You know, Trump saying he's not MAGA. Tucker going like, what the fuck are you talking about? Them going back and forth, you know, not directly, but, you know. And a lot of people are digging the NY commie design. Let's see here. A couple of captions from various TikToks that people have been reacting. I need these to hit the thrift stores because as a socialist girly, I cannot support, but as a woman who loves a bit, 3 question marks. I fucking hate when evil people are funny. You know, why is Tucker Carlson making merch that I like? That goes too hard. What the fuck? And one commenting, left-wingers would unironically wear the MIC one. And yeah, I would. And I think that's crazy to me. It's one of those, the Onion article about the worst person you know has made a point. It's that, but in T-shirt form. It's fantastic.
The sorry, I thought you were a Fed one is so good.
If it didn't have his name on it, that would be a thing.
I mean, if someone works at a nonprofit, that'd be such a slap so hard.
Yes. I'd have to sit there with a little bleach pen and just like take the ink off that has his name on it. But well, for the last story at our What's Hot Classic this week, people really reacted to Gradient Horse, and so I found another game on the web that you can interact with. It's called Your AI Slop Boars.me. Have you seen this? Have you heard about this?
I have not heard about it.
All right. So what it is an online web game, and you take turns either being a human and asking a quote unquote AI a question or to draw something, or you, as this tab says at the top of the page here, LARP as AI. So it is just a bunch of people back and forth LARPing as AI and doing things and answering questions for each other. So the idea is, according to the Daily Dot here, Rachel Kiley writing here, the game lets people LARP as AI. You're matched with a stranger who has asked a question or made a request of something to draw. You have 60 seconds to fulfill the request, at which point you earn credits. Credits allow you to then go back to being a human and make your own prompts for people to answer.
This guy reminds me, Jesus, there was a online game that goons used to play like 20 years ago that was kind of like this.
My teens have talked about a game that they play with their friends that's very similar as well. You're prompted and you're to draw something. Well, this one also has text prompts. So I, for example, went on this Your AI Bores Me, and my prompt was, has anyone really been far, even as decided to use, even go want to do, look more like? And the quote-unquote AI responded, I don't know, angry face. So, possibly the best part of the game, Rachel Kiley continues, is that there's really no right or wrong way to do it. Humans aren't LLMs trained on copyrighted material and the whole of the free internet, but we do retain a certain amount of the information we've learned from those things over the course of our lives, while also being capable of creativity. So while we may be able to predict what ChatGPT is going to tell us and how it's going to do so, the responses you get when you ask an AI LARPer for something are always going to be a wild card. AI could never. And she's right. What a wonderful little charming piece of technology. And that is, once again, your AI slop boars.me. Well, it's Crypto Scammo, the week time. Brian?
You're listening to 48 Minutes of Dogs Barking, the podcast.
And now it's time for the Crypto Scam of the Week.
Wah wah wee wah.
Wah wah wee wah. Bleepingcomputer.com brings us this one. Bill Toolist writing, 4.8 million in crypto stolen after Korean tax agency exposes wallet seed. The whole story is that the funds were stored in a Ledger cold wallet seized in law enforcement raids at 124 high-value tax evaders that resulted in confiscating digital wallets worth 8.1 billion won, approximately 5.6 million US dollars. When announcing the success of the operation, like all good cops do, they posted photos of the Ledger device, including a handwritten note of the wallet recovery phrase, which then meant, because they failed to redact the info, people just went in and transferred funds out of that wallet. Shortly after the press release was published, according to this bleepingcomputer.com article, 4 million pre-Rotigium tokens, PRTG, worth 4.8 million at the time, were transferred out of the confiscated wallet to a new address. Quote, on-chain data Etherscan analysis shows the attacker first deposited a small amount of Ethereum, ETH, into the wallet to pay transaction fees, then meticulously transferred the 4 million PRTG tokens to their own wallet in 3 separate transactions. Blockchain data analysis expert Chae-Jo Woo, a professor at Hang Sung University in Seoul who observed the transfer, commented on the authorities' blunder by comparing it to leaving a wallet open and advertising it to the entire nation for people to take the money. Because, yeah, that's exactly what they did.
You fucking love to see it.
And I mean, this photo is very clear. It's like one of those really bad local cop spreads.
Like they get half an ounce of ditch weed and like a gun from a time before like steam engines.
The worst pistol you've ever seen. This thing will not fire, but they're showing it off. Like, look what we got off the streets today. This was a bunch of hard drives and some seed phrases. Well, these aren't even real cops. These are like the tax people. So I guess that kind of, I don't know. Does that excuse them, or does it make it worse? You're not dumb like a cop is, so
Yeah.
it shouldn't happen like this.
The Korean mind cannot comprehend a 21 phrase. How many words is 21 words a seed phrase?
Oh gosh, I don't know exactly. Yeah,
but they thought it was just like a laundry list or something. I don't know. Like,
well, it's the crossword for the day that they were working. Yeah, I don't know. And I like the fact that the guys who pilfered the funds were like, well, let's just throw some Ethereum in there to cover the fees, and then we're just gonna just pick it out a little bit.
I mean, that's the way you would do it.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, whom's amongst us?
Right, fair. Yeah.
Who's amongst us want to spend 0.1 ETH for 4.8 or $5.6 million, however, just to, a little tornado cash. All of a sudden you're moving the Bali. Yeah, you know what? I just got this really great copywriting job.
Yeah.
Lets me work from anywhere, man. And you know what? Bali's so cheap.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Portugal. Yeah, no, we're fine.
Yeah, anywhere with non-extradition.
Well, Brian, you know who's not stupid? Harvey Levin.
Yeah.
Tonight we're talking about our main topic, Harvey Levin and his entire career as the founder of TMZ.
That's right. 30-mile zone.
30-mile zone.
He's almost as old as the president.
Almost, yeah, 75.
75 years old.
Harvey Robert Levin was a lawyer, California, 20 years. He went to write for the Los Angeles Times, and that got him a TV gig. He covered legal issues for a local TV, KMBC. He jumped ship to CBS, covered the O.J. Simpson case, and then, let's see here, 1997, he was named co-executive producer and on-air legal anchor for The People's Court. Yeah. 2002, he created Celebrity Justice. You remember this one? You remember Celebrity Justice?
Familiar.
Celebrity Justice was, if you remember Hard Copy or those kinds of shows, it was in that same vein. A little trashy, but it was still posing as serious news. Well, Celebrity Justice was very much the same way, but it was mostly about legal cases involving famous people. Right. And so this particular episode that I'm going to use as an example is from July 21st, 2005, right when the show was actually about to be over.
P. Diddy's company in a sleaze suit. Diddy's Sean John clothing firm is accused of raunchy sexual harassment. But Pat Lalama says there is a break in the case.
He's the man behind the empire. Now P. Diddy is facing a serious lawsuit, but he promises the empire will strike back. The suit is a federal court case filed against Diddy's clothing company by Chanel Gauthier, an employee of Sean John Inc., and the documents reveal some pretty scurrilous allegations against some of P. Diddy's other employees. Gauthier claims a Sean John colleague named Sloan Macedo was relentless in his sleazy attempts at communicating with her. Example, my wife said I love expletive. I got some in the backyard last night. Gauthier also alleges Macedo began pantomiming an oral sex act and told Gauthier she was a freak who probably has a leather mask and a whip. On another occasion, she says she was asked, "Are you going to have a quickie today?" referring to a sex act.
Can't understand how
P. Diddy sings "I Don't Want to Know" with Mario Winans, but he probably wants to know if he's been named personally in this suit. He hasn't. But if the allegations are true, damages would most likely come out of his pocket because it's his empire.
I definitely believe I have a strong case.
That's Chanel Gauthier's attorney, Royce Russell.
He is the captain of the ship. He may have many lieutenants. He is the captain, and unfortunately, sometimes the captain of the team might be called to task for something that one of the lieutenants has done.
What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck?
That's right. 2005, they knew.
I mean, when he was convicted, people kind of went through the receipts, and I was like, here's him like on Conan, and like being like, oh, like this wasn't like just like a thing that he was kind of like myth making by himself as being like some like playboy. Like, no, he really was. He was about that life.
In
the worst way imaginable.
Mm-hmm. As you can see, it's packaged very, a lot of quick cuts.
Yeah, no, it moves. It's like high information but fast paced.
Yep, and it's all based in legal fact. Here's the deposition, and we're going to show a piece of it on screen. Right here's a piece of a legal document. It's all based in Levin's history as a lawyer. So it's no coincidence that this was kind of his bailiwick. So yeah, he created that show. Which was kind of the impetus for what became TMZ. Because 2005, as soon as Celebrity Justice ended, AOL and Telepictures joined forces to launch TMZ with Levin as founder and managing editor. Let's see here. According to the official About page, because again, TMZ is still around, still making headlines, still doing everything. Immediately, they had 2 huge stories. Number 1, Mel Gibson's DUI arrest and subsequent encounter with law enforcement, which, if you remember, it was pretty much his downfall.
Pretty much, and yet he still gets...
I know.
You want to talk about separating art from the artist, he still manages, despite all his numerous downfalls, to kind of eke out something pretty respectable every once in a while.
It is insane to me.
Was he the one that said that, like, he told, like, his daughter that he hopes she gets raped by a pack of...
No, that was Alec Baldwin.
Okay. They're kind of the same dude to me sometimes, not gonna lie.
No, I understand. Another piece of video infamously appeared on TMZ first. It was their exclusive. A then mostly only known for being famous kind of person, Paris Hilton, being swarmed by paparazzi outside an event with her Greek boyfriend, Stavros.
Oh, Stavi.
Yeah, no, it's not the Stavi.
He couldn't drive because his hands were so greasy from all of the free and fried chicken he was eating.
No, this one, it's a shipping magnate, Stavros, whose name escapes me. But yeah, he's covering his head with a jacket to avoid being photographed by the paparazzi. You've also got stars from MTV's Laguna Beach in the back. But then he just takes off. He takes off in the car and he hits this tractor, this 18-wheeler.
In the fucking Bentley.
I know, in the Bentley, and then he drives off.
So there's a lot going on here because it says something about celebrity culture of the time.
Yeah. Paparazzi swarming the car.
You don't really see this much anymore, thankfully. I think it's a little... Because I think celebrities have kind of just beat the paparazzo to the punch. Like they put the exclusive out there before someone like TMZ can usually get it.
Right.
They're much more PR and damage control savvy. It's also hard to say that something like what we just watched there kind of feels like you're harassing someone.
Oh, no, absolutely.
And freaking the fuck out and hitting an 18-wheeler.
No, absolutely.
We go back and look at how we treated Britney Spears, when she was a teenager and then throughout her 20s.
Oh, yeah.
As a culture and as how the media embraced her, critiqued her, and abused her.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, that actually comes up a couple years later. We have Mel Gibson getting arrested. We have Paris Hilton in the car accident. And then we have the next big story that they broke was Michael Richards at the Laugh Factory saying the N-word a bunch of times.
Shut up! 50 years ago, you had you upside down with a fucking fork up your ass! You can talk, you brave now, motherfucker! Blow his ass out! He's a
Oh my god.
I forgot about the
This shocks you, yeah. So they were the first to get that. They were the first to get the Michael Richards tape, and that was a huge
is it
thing.
weird that seems tame? That's just like a local doing a Type 5 at the Comedy Mothership in Austin now.
Yeah, and I mean, Michael Richards has tried to kind of make amends. He came on Letterman the following couple days, and a couple years later, he was on Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee with Jerry Seinfeld, and telling about how it fucked his whole life up, and then he joked about it with Curb Your Enthusiasm. There was a similar scene played out in that show where he plays himself.
He fucked up. He obviously really fucked up bad, but he had good PR. I think everyone can be like, yeah, that's really fucked up thing you did, but I don't think anyone wants to hit him with a Bentley.
Well, no, exactly. Yeah, there's a distinct difference. Right. I almost forgot this story. So this is a BuzzFeed article, a really nice long read by Ann Helen Peterson, The Down and Dirty History of TMZ. This was something that I did not know coming into this, but yes, the URL tmz.com was actually already taken by an electronics company that went by the name Team-0. According to a staffer from that time, Levin called the owner up, offered $5,000 for the URL without revealing who he was or what it was for. The guy jumped at the offer, but Levin also knew if he showed up with the cash in his porch, the owner would immediately up the asking price. So his solution was to borrow a staff member's totally average car, hand over the $5,000 in cash, and then they had their website. The other thing, the big thing that they did was, of course, as you mentioned, the Britney Spears kind of freak out. She'd been dealing with being in the spotlight for, I believe, 7 or 8 years at this point. 2007.
Yeah, I remember just the amount of scrutiny that Britney Spears. It's just like, it's like so weird and perverted and strange, and it's also, because did she have breast implants? This and that.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Her 18th birthday. What was she doing? And just this really kind of just sick over-examination and critique of this young person who I don't think has ever had a chance to be like a normal person.
No.
It's also maybe a little bit disheartening to see that, like, when you had people in a similar situation like Billie Eilish also kind of being put under an incredibly similar magnifying glass.
Yeah, it's disheartening. It's like nothing's really ever changed.
Yeah.
We still talk about Ariana Grande the same way that we talked about Britney Spears, both of which were Disney young people, by the way.
Yeah, the Ariana Grande thing is just, for me, is like, does she not have anyone in her inner circle that's like, hey, girly, do you just want to like eat a burger?
No, I think everybody's on the Zempic, and I think
right, but it's just like,
even people who don't really necessarily need it.
Yeah, but I just look at her and I go, oh man, someone give this girl a prime rib.
Can we get this girl to a Waffle House, please, for the love of God?
Let's get her turn.
I know.
Let's get her a warm bottle of Boone's Farm.
Yes,
and take her out to the boat.
Exactly. Get her hooked on the video poker. And
just like, hey, Ariana, have you ever had brown swagger? It's really good.
I hate that shit. But people love it. People love Braunschweiger.
My grandfather was into it.
Same, yeah. I like Spam, but not Braunschweiger.
I think the thing about Braunschweiger is as an accent.
There's a grittiness to Braunschweiger that just doesn't quite...
Yeah, there's a texture for sure.
Yeah.
But I feel like if you make like a really like legitimate bologna sandwich, you're talking about a little bit of mayo, good piece of cheddar cheese. You got your bologna.
Dijon mayo. It's got to be. It can't be that really sharp yellow stuff.
No, it's got. But if you put just like a little slice, a thin slice of Braunschweiger in the middle of that motherfucker, I feel like that pops. I'm not saying you should
see it
like a Braunschweiger sandwich. I'm not saying this is as a classy meat.
No,
it's not prosciutto.
It is very much a low class type of meat. It is a meat.
It is the Swedish meatball of meats.
Yeah, you're not wrong. But yeah, Britney Spears, 2007, shaved her head. And, got really pissed about paparazzi filming her everywhere and trying, like, not to be noticed. But people are just sticking a fucking camera in her face. She's just sitting in the passenger seat, looking for all the world like Sinead O'Connor.
I thought she looked kind of good with the shaved head.
Oh, no.
She could have gone some... She could have flipped that.
No, the comparison to Sinead O'Connor was complimentary, by the way.
Yes.
But yeah, she got pissed about the paparazzi. She got out. She grabbed a umbrella and just whacked the paparazzo's car with it. Didn't do any real damage.
Yeah, of course, they act like...
Oh, can you believe it?
God, basically tried to lynch the guy.
Well, but that one act was basically the impetus for the rest of her adult life being in a conservatorship.
Yeah.
So they pretty much ruined her life.
Yeah, holy shit.
So she was in a conservatorship for 14 years after that. Only when the Free Britney movement 2021 kicked off were they really actually, taking her seriously.
Tiger Woods' first single vehicle crash.
His first one, yes. This is, according to TMZ themselves, this is on their website. This is the 18th anniversary, so this was a while back, but this was the stories broken over the years. Here is the...
God, Tiger Woods, what an absolute fucking pussy hound. He loved sinking it. He loved getting a hole in one, both and on and off the green.
He would sink it in any hole. So
his 5 wood.
6 if he's feeling really good about himself.
He's got a sand wedge there.
Tiger Woods coming up on the hole. We're feeling very good about the 5 iron in his hand.
He's slapping it on the Mons pubis. He's in his full Daddy Max Santa persona here, wearing the hat and everything, and the blue blockers. Looks like he's about to dominate this pog.
He's just taking a blue chew. Let's see how this works out for him. Yeah, so 2009.
50 strokes.
50 strokes. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Not bad. Tiger Woods, 2009, you're right. His affair with Rachel Uchitel went public. And then November, he crashed his SUV near his Florida home, hit a fucking tree.
I believe his then wife was just throwing golf clubs at him. Uh-huh. Which, I don't know if you ever had a golf club thrown at you, man. That shit's wacky. It's like throwing a knife. There's a right and wrong way to do it, but not everyone knows that to steal. So it's just, you just know something's coming at you. You don't really have an expectation, a trajectory, arc, speed. You just know, like, from that direction, bad things are coming.
This BuzzFeed piece, by the way, continues on. It goes really deep into the history of the history of these types of magazines, like Confidential and things like that, which is where I think Levin learned a lot of this stuff. This is interesting. This is a line that really stuck with me. According to several staffers at the time, referring to Hilton footage and the Gibson arrest, Levin was driven to tirelessly pursue these scoops by a desire to dismantle the unspoken but elaborate system that exempted the high-powered and beautiful of Hollywood from the rules to which the rest of the world were held. Levin had spent nearly 30 years observing the system, again, 2 decades as a lawyer. Cops, judges, prosecutors, juries allow the beautiful, wealthy, and powerful to misbehave, sometimes with total impunity. TMZ was, and I'm quoting the article here, an opportunity to right these wrongs. I don't necessarily think that's what was happening here.
No, I think this was a shark seeking blood. That just happened to be a moral or ethical cover that one could develop out of the chaos.
No, exactly right. And TMZ's whole deal from the beginning was, how can we, as quote-unquote journalists, uncover things? Because remember, there was the smoking gun at the time. It was kind of a tabloid in and of itself. Mm-hmm. This article references the smoking gun specifically about, Screech sex tape partners found exposed.
Yeah, because this is also like the time of Perez Hilton, which might actually, in this period of time, be way nastier and meaner. Because there was definitely because when we're talking about this period of time, we're also starting to talk about like early social media, like early MySpace.
Right. And
you're kind of seeing, I don't really have another way to describe it, but like the terminally online mean gay becoming like a thing. And like, I think Perez Hilton has rehabilitated himself a little bit. And I think he kind of got himself blacklisted enough that he kind of had to make peace with the industry that he was harassing. When I see mention of him now, it's usually not him drawing cum dripping out of people's mouths.
Or cocaine outside their nose, yeah.
Yeah, with MS Paint, which is such a weird shitposter thing. Like, it's such like a Prospector 88 bit.
Such like a buddy head bit. Now, what's interesting to me is that they were subject themselves to a lot of legal action. For me, the one that got me the most was 2007. Court-appointed bankruptcy trustee filed an emergency motion requesting the TMZ website be held in contempt for publishing the entire manuscript of O.J. Simpson's If I Did It, which, if you know anything about that is the book that he wrote where it's like, well, if I did it, here's what I would have done about murdering my wife and this guy from the restaurant.
Watch the documentary.
Made in America.
I feel like, dude, there's so much shit, like fucking Kim Kardashian's dad with the fucking the
Robert
luggage.
Kardashian, yeah.
You know the conspiracy theory about the luggage, that like
the luggage had the knife in it, yeah.
They had the clothes and stuff, and you never see it ever again.
Yeah, Robert and OJ were close.
Yeah. How you doing there, Mr. Well, it wasn't Shapiro, but that's a nice bit of luggage you've got there, Mr. Kardashian.
There was a Shapiro on the Dream Team, wasn't there?
I think there was. Yeah. I think that was.
There is a Robert Shapiro but Robert Kardashian and Robert Shapiro, F. Lee Bailey, Alan Dershowitz. That's right. That's where we first saw the Dersh. Anyway, sorry. The Dersh. Let's see here. So we've got 2007, 2009, Tiger Woods vehicle crash. We've also got the launch of the TMZ show.
God, that whole fucking... I'm having weird, almost having fucking sweats thinking about just how many times I would be at someone's house, 21, 22 years old, and drinking Stag, trying to find something to do that isn't being at this house drinking Stag, and someone's girlfriend has TMZ on, and just so many times trying so we go over to the fucking Burn Man's house or what, man? What we because it's before everyone's texting and shit, so everything feels comparatively to today feels like you're fucking doing carrier pigeons and fucking
semaphore.
You're just you're just using these it just felt archaic and slow by today's standards, but the fast cuts and then the people leaning over the cubicle walls with their fucking Jamba juices and shit.
Yeah.
So Andy Dick dude, is this news? Andy
No, you're not wrong.
Salma Hayek drowned and killed her au pair.
Also not true.
Wow.
So.
I guess that's one way to get rid of the help.
Yeah. Well, and again, 2007, this was a daily show.
Yeah.
This was Monday through Friday for at least an hour, if I'm not mistaken. And then they did a weekend wrap-up show.
Yes.
So technically 6 days a week, TMZ on TV was on TV. And it was literally just here's what we're covering on the website. Crazy to me.
I'm trying to remember who it was, but there was a guy that Hassan Piker had on his show in the last month or two who was working at TMZ during that era. There was some celebrity encounter. It might have been Puff Daddy or someone.
Yeah.
Just an absolutely fucking insane story. No, it's Kanye West.
It's Kanye, okay.
But yes, after you're done listening to this and subscribing to our Patreon, and
please send receipts.
Yeah, please send receipts. It'll get you a $5 off coupon at the Arby's in Pontoon Beach, Illinois.
Yep.
It has to be used by the end of next month.
One free rental at the last Blockbuster in Bend, Oregon. Yeah. The podcast in question, which is
the Hassan Piker.
Oh, the Hassan Piker. Yeah. Okay.
It's a great fucking story, and you're like, oh, Kanye West was never normal.
No, very much not.
Did you hear the thing about him apparently demanding? He basically stopped the prosecution in the lawsuit that just got settled, I believe. Okay, let me take a step back. So Kanye West bought this really famous house in Miami Beach, and then tried to strip it into a shell, basically a concrete shell, and it kind of sounds like the guy he hired to do it might have overstayed his abilities, but that's not the problem, because what it really sounds like is that Kanye West kind of just tortured this dude the whole time as well.
Jesus,
but apparently in the court proceedings, Kanye West held up the progression of things because he wanted to do a backflip before taking the stand, and he brought a mini trampoline and a crash pad, and apparently took him 17 tries.
No way. There's no way. Yeah, no credible reports. It says this was all Instagram posts, and
I'm sorry, man. I'm going to choose to believe it until the Guardian runs a 2,000 word think piece about what this means in our cultural moment that we all want to believe it.
Okay.
But I want to believe.
Okay.
I feel like this is I'm doing the left of liberal version of right wingers being well, I believe that the AI slop was real because it tells something that's real. I'm going to pull that card for this situation.
Okay.
I think
it feels real enough.
He probably did something that on some sort of metaphysical level was an equivalent.
Well, TMZ became infamous around this time period. They started TMZ Sports, which is an entire site, which is where the Tiger Woods story broke, was actually TMZ Sports. They were also, at the same time, again, 2009, Third Degree Films released a porn parody called TM Sleaze, featuring Ron Jeremy, Lisa Ann, Tori Black, and Faye Reagan. And then, 2 years later, Weird Al wrote a song about TMZ for the album Alpocalypse, which he did not perform that when I saw him live. But so Tiger Woods crashing, right? Then we've got Don Sterling caught on tape saying black people.
His Master Shake impression.
I'm telling you.
I'm not broadcasting anything.
Pictures with minorities. Why?
What's wrong with minorities? What's wrong with black people?
Nothing.
What's wrong with these
It's like
families?
talking to an enemy. There's nothing wrong with minorities. They're fabulous. I think it's nice that you admire him. I know him well, and he should be admired. And I'm just saying that it's too bad you can't admire him privately. And during your entire life, your whole life, admire him. Bring him here, feed him, him. I don't care. You can do anything. But don't put him on this event for the world has to see, so they have to call me. And don't bring him into my games, okay?
God, fuck him! Feed him!
You were told you were going to remove those.
It's been so long since I listened to these that, like...
it's 9 minutes long.
It's 9 minutes long, and there's just so much weird shit. And also, like... I'm sorry, but the world the
world is racist. It's not
I have to be racist because the world is racist. And his girlfriend's like... Yeah, but you don't.
No, but seriously, this fucks me up. They got this audio. That was exclusive. But they were not beat to my favorite Don Sterling moment, which was the deposition. The Smoking Gun got that one. Their article, 2014, is Dirty Deposition.
I haven't exhausted my memory at all. All this woman did was call me every other day and asked if she could suck me. If she could come in and give me a trick, or if she could lick me. Those were his favorite words. That is all she ever said. How often were you seeing her during that period, the 3-year period of time up until the August of 2002? How often? I'm guessing his lawyer, Mr. Platt, objecting, and the witness. But she said that she needed a certain amount of money, and that with all the men she was having sex with, she would have to at least... She said, fooling around is what I called it. She said, I would like to fool around maybe 4, 5, 6 times a month. And I need, a few $1,000s. So sometimes I would see her a few times a month. Sometimes I would see her more. Sometimes I would see her less. But she would also say, you owe me $500 for that trick.
Mm-hmm.
Is there one where he's going off about something completely irrelevant? And they have to like he just goes on some rant, and they're like, hey, "We're just asking about actually these receipts from the dry cleaner."
The question was, "Is this your signature?" Her best sex was better than words could express. Question: do you identify that as Exhibit 2017 as in fact your handwriting? Answer: she was the best of the best sex that anybody ever had. Question: was she in your office on many occasions? Answer: when for sex, she was on many occasions. She came in for sex all over my building, in my bathroom, upstairs, in the corner, in the elevator.
This is your signature, though.
Anyway, I can't find the exact quote, but it's essentially like... Anyway,
fuck him! Feed him! See if I care!
Yeah, so they broke that story. They broke Ray Rice beating his wife. They broke Beyonce's sister attacking Jay-Z.
Oh, man.
Same year. They broke Tristan Thompson cheating on Khloe Kardashian. They broke...
Oh, yes.
Kanye saying slavery was a choice.
This is what I was talking about, yeah.
That's how you took it when you saw the video of Daz saying...
Oh, you could live through an ass whooping. You ain't gonna live through, what I think that they're probably their idea is to beat sense into me. But, when you hear about slavery for 400 years, that sounds like a choice. Like, you was there for 400 years and it's all of y'all? It's like we're mentally in prison. I like the word prison because slavery goes too direct to the idea of blacks. It's like slavery, Holocaust Jews, slavery is blacks. So prison is something that unites us as one race, blacks and whites being one race.
You talk about pussy.
I know. The one time I want to hear him be like, I'll put my fist in it like a civil rights sign. Please say that. Please say that.
Kanye, talk about pussy.
What's the line from Watch the Throne? There's this line in one of the songs, No Church in the Wild, where he says... Coke on black skin that's like a zebra. Perfect. Do it. Talk about that.
No, Kanye. There's a real turn left Dale.
Please. Jesus.
I think kind of looking back at that progression of Kanye Man, I think it might have been his mom dying that really just like fucking
Fucked
broke his
him
brain.
up. Yeah. Doing these records, everyone was like, oh, it's genius, it's genius, it's genius. And he starts to think, yeah, I'm a genius, I'm a genius, I'm a genius. And then, of course, he's, diagnosed with a bipolar disorder and compounding that with the fame monster just latching onto his brain. I mean, the guy was broken both by the system. I think his injury knocked something loose when he got in that car crash.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. There's multiple things going on, but of course, it always comes back to like, oh, there's lots of people that are like bipolar, have depression and stuff, and they don't say slavery was a choice,
or Hail Hitler, or I love Donald Trump, or like so it's
yeah. I sucked off my finding out that was like co-written with David Blunt's or whatever his name is so fucking weird. Sounding like a fucking chopped and screwed remix of a hyper pop song.
Yes.
I sucked off my cousin.
We covered that when it first came out, didn't we?
God, yes, we did, because why would we not talk about a song that was about sucking off?
Yeah,
it's like, he basically did like a frog song.
Yeah. A more modern version.
Cousins.
But man,
cousins.
Levin has been doing this for so long now. According to this BuzzFeed piece is over 10 years old already. Even here, though, I have no problem paying, Levin told Broadcast and Cable in 2013, but we hardly do it at all. Well, this is what we know and what we refer to as checkbook journalism, paying for a scoop.
Sure.
It's been around forever, unethical, but not out of the ordinary. There's a number of things. It says TMZ scoops linked to government employees have led to multiple wide-scale internal investigations. L.A. County Superior Court spokesman Alan Paracchini was publicly fired amid rumors he'd been caught accepting bribes from TMZ. That intensified when, in 2008, he hired former TMZer Vinaya Stulpt to serve as his deputy. So the cops are being paid to feed stories to this site. Obviously, people don't necessarily want to sue him because, the Streisand effect, as is mentioned here. Like, stories continue on to continue to pile on this website.
What's on the front page right now, Big Dog?
Sure. Let's take a look.
Let's take a look.
DMZ.com. By the way, tip line is open all the time. 888-847-9869.
I want to call it the tip line. I mean, my pee is hurt.
Yeah. Host of popular podcast 48 Minutes of Dogs Barking reports his penis hurts. Southern hospitality star Grace Lilly arrested Tuesday. It looks like drugs were allegedly involved. That's one of the big stories. Mickey Rourke, I'm painting the town red. This was published earlier today. Mickey Rourke is seeing red after being evicted from his Los Angeles apartment, as in he's sporting some red hair. It says he's dressed like a cowboy at a pizza shop and his hair is dark red.
Man, Mickey Rourke, some ups and downs with that guy. The fucking wrestler's so good.
Yeah, and it feels like that's going to be it for him as far as like award-winning roles. We got a piece about the fucking president. President Donald Trump gifted medal by U.S. Olympian at White House, ... Thanks for protecting women's sports, 3 exclamation points.
That fucking sucks.
Yeah, buddy. U.S. Olympian Callan Heffries, a 6-times medalist, was also in the building, but didn't squander a moment gifting 45/47 one of her medals.
Guess who's not getting the fucking Wheeze box?
Damn right.
What the fuck is this headline?
Bombing Iran is a game we'd play, WII''D, and it's Trump holding a Wiimote in front of a bombed-out building. It looks like the White House is treating the war with Iran like a video game. Check out this Twitter post from the White House account. It's a mashup of Wii Sports and Iran bombings, and now it does say tweet unavailable. Livy Dunn!
Livy Dunn!
Casting a Baywatch reboot.
She's rising up Baywatch.
Carolyn Schwitzky's ex-boyfriend found not guilty of attempted murder. Food influencer dead at 43.
That's such a... It's just like any guy who looks like he's a key holder at Geek Squad circa 2009.
Yeah, he looks like one of the McElroy brothers. I mean, Jesus. And then the OnlyFans model Summer Robert, I don't want a breast reduction if my boobs won't grow back. Yeah,
Oh well, you know.
Scottish OnlyFans model.
Oh yes, I've seen her. Yeah, the honkers do be honkering.
4'11" wearing an R cup.
God, yeah. How do you
brush your teeth?
I was gonna say, how do you deal with turbulence on a plane?
How do you fasten a seatbelt?
How do you do anything? She's got to be applying for disability.
At a certain point,
Oh, yes, me lady. Oh, the titters are too big, eh? Oh, we'll get you on the dole. Don't you worry there, lass.
They are talking about an Epstein survivor, Marina Lacerda. They are talking about Paris Jackson. But it's mostly just trash. It's trash. It's the same trash that we would see at the supermarket checkout line.
Bat Boy sucked off Ross Perot.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you something, that little guy, he sucks like a Hoover.
Yeah.
Watch me balance this budget.
Yeah, I mean, this is another piece from LA Mag talking about the stories that TMZ broke. You know, they announced his Prince's emergency landing of his private plane on the way out of Missouri, by the way.
Wait, I didn't realize it was a fentanyl overdose. They really had shooters out there.
Well, yeah, I mean, he again, I think I've talked about this, is that because he's Jehovah's Witness, he couldn't get blood transfusions, and so he had a bad hip for a long time, didn't get the hip surgery, and so he was on a bunch of painkillers, one of which was fentanyl. He passed out on his plane. They turned the plane around. He canceled a couple dates for that tour, and then a couple days later, he died in his home.
It's miserable.
Yeah. They even did, now this was really interesting. This was 2020. They did a series of TV documentary specials called TMZ Investigates. This was right around the time as Tiger King was coming out. So they actually did a Joe Exotic series. They did 9/11, The Fifth Plane. If you've never seen that one, that's fantastic.
Is it actually like well done?
I think it is. I thought it was really well done. I did like that one. It's a series of TV doc specials. Definitely check those out because they're not that old.
It is weird because throughout like the almost over 20 years of this website, for all of the bullshit and trash and salacious stuff, there is like every once in a while some actual journalism.
Well, the Diddy trial stuff, that's the most recent thing that TMZ's done, was this big series, TMZ Presents United States v. Sean Combs. It was on Tubi, granted, but it was a 6-episode docuseries.
You know, we can't knock Tubi that hard. They're holding the torch for a couple things that are no longer in mass media.
No question. No question. They actually, didn't they just buy up a bunch of Warner Brothers cartoon stuff?
I think so.
Wasn't that the big story? I only give shit to Tubi because of the fact that they have like every Asylum Pictures film on there, okay? That's the only reason I really... They got the deal to get 6 episodes of this, which, again, founder Harvey Levin, who is a lawyer, or was, talking about the Sean Combs trial. The site is in this weird gray area. Sometimes they reveal some really nasty personal details that maybe you don't want to have out there. Chester Bennington's suicide.
Yeah.
A number of things, you know. I mean, Harvey Levin is a Donald Trump guy.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously. I mean, based on some of the stories. Now, this was news to me, too. September 10th, 2025, loud cheering and clapping could be heard in the TMZ newsroom during a live report about the shooting of Charlie Kirk. Seconds after... Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. They falsely claimed that Lil Wayne was getting read his last rites in 2013.
If only, man.
Come on now.
I don't know who looks
a
more...
You're going to tell me that a Millie was a mistake.
Talking about, like, I don't know, between... The fact that there are decades in age between both of them, that Steven Tyler and Lil Wayne both look like a grandma that after church service is gone, oh, come on now, little boy, you want me to suck on your dick a little bit?
Well, you know what? That's
a pedophilic church grandma.
Steven Tyler, a lot of drugs. Lil Wayne, also a lot of drugs. So I guess we could,
Lil Wayne looks like if you took the... Oh God! No, I can't.
Get it together. You can get it,
Mike. Because there's a connotation. I was just saying, if you took the ooze or Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and poured it on a guy outside of a gas station that unplugged the ice machine to charge his phone,
that's not. I don't think there's anything wrong about that.
It kind of sounds racist.
That guy outside the gas station unplugging the ice machine to plug in his phone could very well be Puerto Rican. We don't know.
We don't know. We don't ask.
No, we do not. We do not.
We don't. All are welcome to be degenerates in our America.
He could be Russo-Finnish. He could be Greek. He could be Turkish. We don't know. Yeah. We don't know that guy. But yeah, TMZ. What a legacy. What an interesting. Like, this guy was just a regular ass lawyer in LA. But he had this like interest in sleazy stories.
Yeah. It changed the media landscape forever.
For better or for worse. And some would argue for worse. TMZ is getting beaten to scoops these days by fucking TikTokers.
Yeah.
So that's weird. But I mean, this is not a stupid guy. He
realized that moving faster was more important than the presentation.
But even the presentation, he kind of set the tone. He set the standard. Raw footage, right? Whatever you can get it out there. Maybe the facts aren't right, but you've got the right tone.
Legally, all your bases are covered.
Well, there's that, yeah. And again, being a lawyer doesn't hurt. I find him very interesting, and I do wish that somebody would really dig into him more, because he was, again, on camera for a lot of that TMZ on TV run.
He's been on camera most of his fucking adult life, it seems.
At this point, yeah. But I mean, in 2009, when that came out, he was mostly behind the scenes until the TMZ television thing. He was producing, sure, People's Court, Celebrity Justice. He never appeared on Celebrity Justice, right? He never appeared on Beyond Twisted or whatever.
But he'd been involved in television and that expression of journalism.
Exactly. And 2010, he came out as gay.
Yeah.
And his longtime partner is a chiropractor, so that's a big one. I know. Really crazy. The big part about, supporting Donald Trump, but 2018, he did say, his transgender military ban was kind of a deal breaker.
He found his cultural war issue where he was like, oh, I can't do this.
Yeah, pretty much. He did appear as himself in a Family Guy episode.
What a time to be alive.
Yeah, he's an interesting character. He has been nominated for 9 Emmy Awards.
Huh.
So,
good for him. What a fucking weirdo.
What a fucking weirdo. But also, like, he changed celebrity journalism, probably for the worse, but an influential figure nonetheless. Right?
Yeah, because it's not hard to look at, like, that Britney Spears video and not think of, like, Princess Diana or, like, other stuff or,
the Paris Hilton video in particular, where she's being hounded by photographers in a car, and then the car hits something. Well, that's exactly what happened to Princess Diana.
Yeah.
So
is that Princess Diana fucking... My friend Princess Diana, she died. She fucking died.
God. My friend, Jesus Christ.
She fucking died.
On that note, I guess it's time for us to tell people where to find us online, Brian.
Yeah, the 30-mile zone, which is 30-mile radius from the Brentwood Promenade parking lot. But if you want, the 30-mile zone of my posts is iShotGuidBord on ISHOTGUIDBORD on Instagram. No, not on Instagram. On Blue Sky and Twitter. We're really not doing anything to push the human condition forward and closer to God's light. If anything, further away from it. So please enjoy. If you want to check out my finally curated portfolio of people with their mouths open, you can head over to assholemusicphotographer.com. If you want to cyber stalk me on Instagram, over there at A Music Photographer. And if you want to check out the last and only good media website left in St. Louis, you can head over to theartsstl.com. Jason, where can they tell you about hot celebrity goss? What are the Rothman furniture kids up to today?
No idea. Well, otherwise, you can find me anywhere there's a video crime, VIDEOCRIME. That's places like Blue Sky, Letterboxd, pretty much anywhere there's a video crime. That's me. You can also find me as part of a podcast that's not this one, called Submitted for the Approval of the Midnight Pals. There, I play a fictionalized version of horror icon Stephen King. That is midnight-pals.simplecast.com, or anywhere podcasts are sold, search Midnight Pals. You can reach this show in a number of ways. My personal favorite is the telephone, of course, 314-246-9766. Shoot us a text, leave us a voicemail. Tell us what your favorite TMZ memory is. Maybe you'll get featured on the show. Shoot us an email, Jason at 8 minutesofdogsbarking.com or Brian with a Y at 8 minutesofdogsbarking.com. Let us know what you think. Send us your death threats, your letters of praise, your request for reimbursement for the pants that you shat while you were laughing so hard at our Jeb Lund episode. Whatever it is, do that thing. Subscribe at patreon.com/48minutesofdogs. There you will get our exclusive post-show hangout that we like to call Thanks, I Hate It. The wonderful Jeb Lund episode hitting your ears. I thought that was really fun. It was really fun to hang with Jeb and just shoot the shit. It was really fun. Plenty more where that came from. We're also doing the shot.jpg best of and so much more there. Subscribe today, patreon.com/48minutesofdogs. Well, as we always say at the end of every show, namaste and good luck. Give mommy a good gut fucking 25th Amendment now. Who ate all the pussy? If you see someone shoplifting, no, you fucking didn't. And hey, never kill yourself.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Have a good night, everyone.